Hi, this is Cecelia from Tarot by Cecelia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of October the 5th through October the 11th, 2015. And I have to tell you, with each passing week, I really think we're going to begin to see improvements. Very nice. There was a little bit of movement last week, maybe a major victory for some just to get that far, to be able to see movement at all. I have a feeling that's the case for most. However, this is definitely a week of change. Remember, on the 9th, Mercury will be going direct. Very interesting. So do you have to wait that long? I think not. What is happening right now is it just feels like there is too much, that you're the only one doing it. In other words, you're the only one trying to figure it out, the only one carrying this load and looking for help. Well, this is the week. Somehow, whatever this issue is, help arrives. And I really like this a lot because there are new opportunities coming your way, and there are choices to be made. Choices that give you reason to celebrate. It's like amazing. It's like, why did the universe hold you back for so long? Who knows? But at this point, I see you like wanting to let's just go for it. That type of thing, because you can see that change is just around the corner. And it's so interesting because this month is a month of, making life less stressful. Amazing. There are major changes coming this week. Bigger movement than what there was last week because Mercury was still retrograde then. This is going to be much, much better. And you will definitely have a different view on life. Now, right before, actually, the new moon is on the 12th. So keep that in mind because you have a lot happening before then. Emotion coming in and taking place, and you're working on manifesting things. Finally manifesting some things in your life. Doors are going to be open. If you need to meet with people and really get serious about resolving these issues, you're going to be able to do it. The proper opportunities are coming your way. Finally. Oh my goodness. Because, this is going to restore balance and fairness to your life. There's been a number of things that have been out of balance for quite some time. So this really looks like a promising week. I have to say that it will, how I keep talking about getting to the beginning. You are finally going to get to the beginning. It is coming, okay? It is coming this month. Remember that. So, all of the things that have been haunting you and holding you back. I mean, some of you are pinching pennies. Many of you are pinching pennies, okay? And finally, you're going to feel like you have choices, a little bit of a choice. Anyway, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Very interesting indeed, because this is going to require a new commitment on your part. And the commitment, a lot of it is with yourself, okay? And it's a commitment to this fairness and balance that you need and want in your life. All right, so you're going to be making some major changes that will help you put these things into place and set that wheel in motion. I really like this a lot. It's honestly, it's drastic, okay? But it's much needed. So, this is very good. You have been working on eliminating the things that you do not need. So, this is making room for the new things, which are going to take you further. I like this a lot. Now, the hard times that have been, this is what's haunting you. Whatever that issue is that has been so difficult, whether it's been financial, emotional, whatever, you are finally going to rise up and take control. This week you will feel much better than you have in a long time. Are you all the way there yet? No, not at all. But you are definitely feeling back on top of things where you can just kind of go with the flow. And, I often talk about life being an infinite loop, that type of a thing. Keep that in mind because it all feeds off of itself. So what you put out there is eventually coming back. Remember that. I see the, the need to remain loving and caring, all right? But there's progress this week. That these opportunities that come your way, they bring good news. Good news that help you recover. I want to use the word recover here from some of the losses, because what I see way back in the beginning is that, like, I have no help. I've been trying to get through this, and, maybe there's one person that has helped me, but I still feel stuck here. And how do I get past this? Okay. This is what it's about, is getting past that part of being stuck. Okay. So, like I said, your commitment with yourself is definitely a good one and going to improve. And I think you better understand the things that you need to do. So perhaps your support grows over this coming week. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? To have more people on board. Not to say that you haven't done the work or put in the work, but this particular lesson that has been going on for so long in your life has been one that requires you to reach out and ask for help. And it was probably help that you never wanted to ask for. Interesting. But, it does come. Now, feeling much better about things, honestly. Feeling much better about things. And, I say this all the time about remaining down to earth. It is so important. No one person is better than another. And we are all in this together. So it is time. Everything is coming full circle. And honesty, it is one thing that will get you so far. Talking to people and telling them how you really feel about things. And I don't mean like airing your, venting to people about stuff. I'm talking about honesty, about, where you're at in your life and what are your plans. Because I see here plans, and really being important to, get them together now. Because finally with Mercury direct, you can begin to see more clearly what those plans are supposed to be. And I'm going to do something I don't think I've done before in the weekly. I'm going to pull some more cards just to see, how we're feeling about this week, because I really think, it's just a much better week. It really truthfully is. Yeah, I think that, it leaves you feeling in a much more secure position. Is it the one you want to be in? No. Not at all, because you still have a ways to go. And I've mentioned this to many of you, and I'm going to mention it again if I haven't mentioned it here, that for some reason, and I don't even know what it is, we are working toward the solstice in June of next year. All right, at that point in time, you're going to have another big turning point, like you've just come past in September, okay? And when you reach that point, the universe is just going to open up and give you, I really honestly want to say, your hopes and dreams that you've had for so long. And what's happened, and the best way I can explain it, okay, for many of you, you've suffered a great deal since 2012 through all the things that have happened. Somewhere along the way, you forgot about that hope and dream, the things that you really, really wanted, and you were sidetracked. So the universe came and brought in all of these things to stop and make you stop what you were doing so that you would come back to this point and start over again. And when you do that and you begin to pay attention to what the universe is really trying to have you do, you are ultimately going to have the reward of what you need. And I think it is beautiful for everyone. It will include, for many, the financial opportunities that are necessary. For others, it will include, the reparation of relationships, with family members and things like that nature. But also, it wants to bring in love. You deserve to be happy. But you've had to give up all of these other things because without knowing it, they were standing in the way of your happiness. Were you really happy in that marriage? Were you really happy in that business at the point that you gave it up? I think not. Was that relationship what you truly desired? More than likely, no. But you gave it your all, didn't you? So, you see, this is a very pivotal week. You're finally being allowed to have the fog lift and come to the beginning. And from this point, it's gradual until you get to that solstice. Now, I know this was a weekly and I went way off in the distance, but I'm telling you this because I want you to know that if you've been in tune with what the universe is trying to say to you, then you will be on your way. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And the progress that you will make between now and June is just going to amaze you. And when you see what is coming, you're going to be like, oh, wow, how did I ever do all those other things for all that time and prevent myself from this happiness? So with that, I'm going to end because I'm going to make myself cry. And I want to say thank you very much for listening. And I hope everyone has a great week. And wherever you're following me, whether it's through WordPress or Facebook or YouTube, make sure you say hi, okay? Connect with me wherever you can. I love hearing from everyone. All right, thank you and have a wonderful week.